Hello, hello, hello. So we're just waiting for people to come in. We're waiting for you all to come in wherever you're coming from. Hello, hello, hello. So we just wait a bit for people to come in on the stream. I hope this is working. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, this is working, I believe. This is working. This is working. This is working. Okay, so good evening, good afternoon, good morning from wherever you're watching this from or from wherever you may be watching this from. So my name is Adidotun Adeboye, and some people know me as Stella the Tech Coach, Stella the Tech Career Coach. So, and I work with Grand Analytics. And this is the Ask Me Anything About Tech first edition. Yes, first series. Ask Me Anything About Tech, basically. So, and why are we doing this? Because we're doing this because there are a lot of people that are not quite sure how they want to um, break into tech, or how there are some people that are already in tech that don't even know how they are going to thrive in tech. So this is for you. If you're looking to get a career in tech, you're not quite sure how to come in, you're not quite sure what to do, you don't know, you just don't know, and you have all these many options, or maybe you're getting carried away by the buzz and they're saying, oh, tech is the next big thing and all of that. And there's a lot of noise about artificial intelligence and you don't know how to navigate the whole scape. So this is the series for you. Okay. So yes, there is a lot of buzz, around tech, and it wasn't like this like 10 years ago, okay? But nowadays, there's, especially with artificial intelligence all around us, and we are still in 2025, we've seen leaps and bounds of growth. So, I believe in 2027, the scape will be a whole lot more different than what we have now. And and I think that has actually increased the hype and the buzz about tech. So people are trying to, tech now looks like a very big cake and everybody wants to get a slice of it. But why not? Because tech has infiltrated everywhere. Talk about education, talk about medicine, talk about, every aspect, fashion, you see, even communication, everywhere you turn, the tech is everywhere. AI is it's just making its way like a river going through cracks, going through the cracks, going through the rocks. So AI is just, doing all of that. So that's why there's this buzz about tech and everybody wants to be, wants a piece of the cake. So I think that is the buzz around tech. And And for a lot of people, they may not be aware of the emerging careers in tech. For some people, it's just data analysis. When you ask them, all they know is data analysis and it's artificial intelligence and it's some few programming languages and it's business analysis, and some even know data engineering. But there are a whole lot more. We have a lot of other careers in tech that are that are not so popular, but are actually very good for people to break into, and may not even require coding. We'll come back to the coding bit, in a while. So I actually received some questions, and if the owners of the questions are not here today, I'm just going to answer the questions, and they can always come back to rewatch the series. So the thing is, tech is tech is hot right now. It's the buzz right now. Everybody wants a slice of it. And that is understandable because it looks like the most sustainable. It looks like the most promising. It looks like the one that is the most stable, if well, for the most stable industry. Yes, that's the word. The most stable industry right now. And it's evolving at a record breaking pace. Like you wake up, there's something new, and you just can't keep up with all these big giants. With the Microsofts and the Apples and the AWS, Amazon, and Google and Oracle. So everybody's just doing their own thing. So it's how do I put it? It's no wonder people want to break into tech. So that's the buzz around tech. And because everything now revolves around tech, every tech is breaking into every industry. So why not? Why not? So the question is, how do you break into tech? What careers are out there? How do you pace yourself? What are the roadmaps? What do you how do you want to enter into tech and thrive? I think that's the question at the moment. Well, how do you want to break into tech and thrive? Um, does it matter if you have any tech experience? Does it matter if you know how to code? Does it matter if you have any knowledge at all? I think those are the questions, and those are the questions that I receive all the time. They want to know, if I want to break into tech, what can I do as a part-time job in tech? What are those things that what are those careers that that I can do and I can still do alongside my full-time job? Or what are those careers that can secure my future for me? So these are the questions that I receive all the time. So I'm just going to take a while to unpack some of those questions. So when we talk about can I thrive in tech if I do not have technical knowledge? Or can I break into tech? I think that's the one. Can I break into tech if I don't have technical knowledge? Absolutely, you can. And the fact that you're coming from another industry is already a plus. So, because that means you have domain knowledge. So, for example, you are coming from finance. You are coming from the finance industry and you want to make your way into tech. You already have you there's already a plus. You're coming from an industry that has a lot of risk attached to it, that has a lot of security issues, not even security issues, security concerns attached to it. It has a lot of analytics attached to it. It has a lot of data, sensitive data attached to it. So that alone should start giving you some ideas as to, okay, when I break into tech, I'm coming from the financial industry. When I break into tech, I can become a financial analyst. I can become a cybersecurity specialist in the domain of finance. Yes, I can become a data engineer, and I can work with finance data. There are a lot of things that you can explore, and you can even become a data governance specialist or data governance analyst within the financial domain, within the finance industry. So the fact that you already have domain knowledge is competitive enough. There is nothing, I always say that there is nothing that you bring into tech that is a waste, irrespective of where you're coming from. Even if you used to be a graphic artist, bring your graphics into tech. I mean, You can become a UI UX designer. You already have the graph. You can even become a there's this new career now, and it's called data visualization engineer. Oh, so you already know about of course, if you're a graphics person, you already know about how to, make things look beautiful. You know how to, about alignments. You know about putting pieces together. You know about the kind of fonts to use. You know how to make things look visually appealing to people. So you just add a layer of tech to that. So tech becomes that icing on it, because you already have the substance. You just need to express it in a different way. So irrespective of where you're coming from, irrespective of the industry you're coming from, come as you are and come and express it, in the tech industry. Come and express it. Get the required skills, of course, but let your domain knowledge also shine through. That's it. Let your domain knowledge shine through. So there's nothing that you bring into tech, either it's management, either it's analytics, wherever you may be coming from, whatever it is that you already have, just bring it into tech. Okay, so that's the power of domain knowledge. And another question I get sometimes is, should you learn programming? Should I learn programming now? Is it too late for me to learn programming? Do I have to learn programming if I'm breaking into tech? Okay, let's apply caution here. There are some careers in tech that do not require you to know any programming language. So if you are the type that is scared of programming languages, you may want to, you may want to explore those careers. But then again, the way things are moving forward, or the way things are going, a lot of careers in tech are beginning to have some analytics aspects. And when you're going into analytics, it's advisable that you start putting it behind you start telling yourself, okay, maybe I should start considering learning some programming languages, if at all. Just you should learn how to write SQL. Like, SQL is one of the most fun languages out there. As in, why not? Why wouldn't you want to learn how to write SQL? So those are one of the things that I think, to secure your career in the long run, even if you would not need it, because that may be the difference between you and somebody else. You may feel, okay, I don't need the programming language to break into tech. Yes, you're right. But if you want to thrive in tech, and probably if you want, and maybe you want to move ahead in tech, like take some steps ahead, grow in tech, you should have a programming language under your belt. Like, it should be your cushion. It should be your go-to, so that when push comes to shove, and maybe when the decision has to be made, that okay, should we take so person, or so person, it may just be that one programming language that will give you the edge. And do not underestimate the power of working in teams. You may have the need to work in teams, and because when it comes to the world of tech or the world of data, you have people working in teams. You have data teams, you have tech teams, and you may need, if you go up the ladder, you may need some sort of programming language knowledge. You may not need to execute it, but you may just need some knowledge of it. You understand? So, to be on the safer side, either you need it or not, at the very least, just learn SQL. Is not, just learn it, and just know that you know one programming language, and there's something it does to you. Learning programming languages helps you to be resourceful. It helps you to be resourceful, because there are times when you cannot learn a programming language without having itches, and without having issues. So when you have all of this, you learn to find solution. You run around the internet, you look for the solution that you need for that particular issue. So it makes you resourceful. That's one thing about programming languages. It helps you to be resilient. It brings out your problem solving abilities. You are able to solve problems. You're able to think in a logical way. You're able to think critically, and it helps you to be needle hide. What do I mean by needle hide? It means that you are able to spot things quickly. You're able to your eyesight actually becomes sharp, because if you have to read through lines of code to find errors, and maybe your code is not working as it should, you are going to want to find what exactly is going on with the code. So that is one of the things that happens when it comes to programming languages. So it's actually good to learn a programming language because it helps you to develop your soft skills. Okay, so if not for anything, it helps you to develop your soft skills. And also, if you're coming into a career that is associated with programming languages, you should learn a programming language. Yes, there's AI that can write the code for you and all of that. The thing is, AI should be used to augment what you already know. AI should be AI is an assistant. It's not your brain box. AI is not your brain box. So you should have, at the very least, the basics, the foundations. Know your basics very well so that even when AI is writing what is wrong for you, you will know. And when you tell it, okay, generate a code for so, 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 so for me, if it gives you the wrong code, you will know. You say, okay, this code you've given me is not going to give me the answer, does not answer my question. This is actually what I mean. So the AI is supposed to help you to work more efficiently and to work quickly. Not necessarily that you should become, it should replace your brain. No, that is not the point. It should not replace your brain. So if you're coming into a career that is associated with coding, I know this nowadays, you hear news all around that the tech giants and the tech companies are laying off software engineers, they are laying off developers, blah 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 blah. I actually think that that news is it's being spread to discourage, to reduce or to discourage people from coming into tech. I don't know, or just to have a mass of people that don't, that have the same skills, basically. So then there's nobody really standing out again. So when they ask you not to do something, actually I think that is when you should do it. In the world of today, when they say don't do this, that is when you should do it. So, oh, there's no money to learn programming languages, we have no code and low code platform. Thank you very much. It is someone that supervises the code for the no code and the low code platform, and you can be that somebody. And come to think of it, programming languages are not that hard, or they are not hard. Well, some are, but the thing is, once you get the syntax, the structure, once you learn it from the very basics, once you learn it at the foundation, and you build on it. Once you know how to learn, okay, once you know how to learn, and how to learn involves learning things from the very basics. Like you want to learn SQL. What is SQL? What are the origin? What is the origin of SQL? When was SQL first written? What language is it meant for? What language? In what context is SQL used? You have learn the background. Learn the background. What syntax do you use to write SQL? And how does the engine, or how does the engine process the queries that you write? In what order are the queries processed? So when you begin to think like the engine, you are already different. That's the truth. You're already building your problem solving abilities. So it shouldn't just be, oh, they said, oh, select all from so 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 so, and you're on the select all from so 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 train. That's not what it's supposed to be. So it's supposed to be more of, okay, if I write this query, how does the engine process the query? So when you know how the engine processes the query, then you are able to answer. You are able to learn it at the very basics. You are able to solve the problem because you know what should come first. And a very good starting point for learning programming languages is SQL, because it's despite the fact that it has a lot of variations. But the truth is, when you learn SQL, you can always readapt it to different environments. That's the truth. And the way you learn SQL, you can use that to learn other programming languages like Python. Python is a beginner friendly programming language as well. When you see it as you see English language and you add some logic to it, it becomes, easier to learn. So in my opinion, when they say don't do something, that is when you should do it. So they are saying now, okay, don't learn programming languages. Don't, da, 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 da. This is the time to learn the programming languages. So then you don't end up in the mass audience. Okay, you don't end up. So that's it for me. And I get asked also, will AI replace my job? Yes, AI will replace your job if you do not learn how to use AI to make your job more efficient. So you need to. as you learn, you also need to learn what part of the impact of artificial intelligence on what you're doing. And you also need to learn that alongside to make your work more efficient. At the very least, learn prompt engineering. Know how to prompt. At the very least, know how to prompt, know how to interact with these machines, know how to use them to do your work. I have a friend, she was given an assignment, and she was on a data analysis course, and she was given an assignment to do. It was an assignment, and she came to me, and I said to her, I said, you've been given an assignment, you have an Excel assignment, you shouldn't even come to me. Go to chat gpt and prompt chat gpt on the assignment. Oh, she said no, she doesn't want to cheat. I said, you know what? It's not about cheating. If you do not prompt ChatGPT, somebody else that can prompt ChatGPT and give the answers correctly and in quick fashion will get the job before you get the job. So the thing is, you need to learn how to use these things to your advantage. It does not replace your brain, it doesn't replace your skills, doesn't replace your learning. By all means, learn the foundation, but also learn how to use the machines, use artificial intelligence to make your work more efficient. And make noise about it, shout about it, whatever you know, shout about it out there. Nobody sees what is on your laptop until it gets out, the outer audience. So whatever you know, and this brings me to positioning. Position yourself. Whatever it is you're learning, carry your carry your audience on your learning journey. The truth is, irrespective of what you know, you know something more than somebody, and somebody wants to know what you know. So carry your audience on your learning journey. You never know who is watching. You never know who is watching you, and that's the truth. You never know who is watching you. So put yourself out there. I'm not saying get on live video on Instagram every night and tell them today I had data. You can do that if it's comfortable for you, but get on the platforms that matter to you. You understand? Put yourself out there. Whatever you're learning, put it out there, and put it out in beats, put it out correctly, let people know you for what you're trying to represent or what you're projecting. Put out the right message there. So, and also let's talk about emerging careers in tech. Aside from data analysis and data engineering, for data analysis, it's actually very easy to get into data analysis. It's very easy to get into data analysis. What I always tell people is the first thing is your mindset. You must have the mindset of, okay, I want to learn, the mindset of, okay, I want to know, I want to know more, I've come to conquer. You must have that mindset. So data analysis is so good because once you have the domain knowledge, you can actually transfer whatever you learn within the analytical environment into your domain. Like finance, become a financial analyst. Marketing, become a marketing analyst. Security, you can become a security analyst. You can virtually add analysts or analysis or analytics to any role these days, because everybody wants to work with data. Every organization wants to mine gold from their data. So that is why data analysis is so hot. But like I always tell people, when you come into data analysis, make sure you are not staying there. Don't start looking at other areas you can break into, like analytics engineering. Take it a step forward. Pick up more tools. Don't learn too much at a time. No, that's not the advice. But pick up. Do not in tech. You cannot stay stuck. You have to be fluid. In tech, you have to learn something new. Give yourself time to learn something new. Give yourself time to learn other things, but by all means, do not choke yourself, do not learn too much at once. Very important. So the thing is, you can go into analytics engineering, you can go into data governance analysis. There are a whole lot of things you can do. You can go into there's even one quantitative analysis, quantitative analyst. Is an emerging tech career. Quantitative analyst, and this is where you use mathematical and statistical approach for data. So, and I believe this is where all this SPSS comes in, or maybe all these tools like R, because R allows you to use a mathematical and statistical approach and things like that, or using Python, even Python, so you can be able to explore other careers, other emerging careers, assuming you come in through data analysis. there are other analysis careers that you can explore. And other careers like business intelligence analyst, deriving intelligence from the business using your analysis. And this one also requires that you have a domain knowledge. So you could be a real estate person, a real estate and specialist, and you learn analytics, and you can be building, you maybe want to build predictive models for real estate companies. You can build using Python, build predictive models for real estate companies, so they know what their market is going to look like in 2 years and how to prepare for the market. They know what sort of clients they should market certain things to. So you can't do that. And analysis goes beyond the dashboard. When you've learned descriptive analysis and you've learned diagnostic analytics, start looking at predictive analytics. When you've learned predictive, start looking at prescriptive. So in tech, we evolve. We always evolve in tech. You should get ready to evolve always. And then we have another, we have the business analyst as well, that use their skills for businesses. They have the domain knowledge of the business. And though business analysts in some other contexts may use slightly different tools to data analysts. So it's, you know, sometimes they merge the roles. Sometimes in big organizations, the roles are different. Okay. And also, some questions that I also get asked, data analysis and data engineering, we already know that is for I actually believe that they're beginning to merge. The data analysis and the data engineering role are being merged at this point in time. So I always advise that when you've started on the trajectory of data analysis, you should start looking at going into data engineering. Maybe or know how to at least perform an end-to-end analytics, meaning you can take the data from the source, you can clean it, you can prepare it, and you can take data from the source, transform it, and visualize it. So, and one of such platforms is the Microsoft Fabrics. So you can learn to use that platform, and that actually bridges the gap between analysis and engineering. So you can learn to use the Microsoft Fabrics platform. It bridges the gap between analytics and engineering. So assuming you started as a data analyst, take it a step further, learn how to use Fabrics. In that way, you're already becoming an analytics engineer, and that sets you apart in the market. And then learn of course, when you're learning how to use Fabrics, you will be learning how to use SQL, Python. At the very least, learn how to use learn those programming languages, those two, SQL and Python. And you don't need to learn it to expert level, except of course you want to become a database administrator, or maybe you want to become a Python developer, which is also good. I believe that if you've learned it to a particular extent, the remaining you'll just be using scripts. You just be using scripts. You have some scripts. You just edit your scripts, and run your scripts and all of that. These are the things that they may not want you to know, but that is what you're getting today. Learn the basics very well. Know the basics. Know how the programming languages work. Know how they are processed. Know how queries are processed by the engines. Know what environments to use, and what environments that you can use this programming language for, that you can use the programming languages in. Just as SQL has variants, Python also has variants. Okay. And you have Spark. PySpark is a variant of Python by the Spark architecture. Yeah. So it's also that way, but at the very least, learn the basics, because these things can help you to be fluid. Have a programming language under your belt. It can help you to be fluid in the tech industry. Don't listen to them when they say don't learn programming. Try. Learn at least one, so then you won't be stuck in a career. You can, be fluid in the tech industry. Very important. And yeah, so those are the questions that I get asked. The data engineers are the ones that prepare the data for every other data person to use. So data engineering as a career is not going anywhere anytime soon. It will get better because we are having they are using AI to do a lot of things now. But the truth is they are still going to need data engineers even to man those AI systems. And data analysis is also not going anywhere anytime soon because you as a person, you also need to prompt the artificial intelligence to give you the results that you want. So the earlier you learn how to use this platform and use whatever it is that they are providing with, and learn how to use AI to make your work more efficient, the better for everybody. Okay. So I think a lot of the questions that have been asked or that were sent to me, I've tried my best to answer them. And I've also, dropped some new careers, emerging careers. You have data governance analyst. That's been around for a while actually. You have analytics engineer is hot right now in the market. Microsoft Fabric is one way to get there. Learn SQL, know your Python basics, and just know the scripts that you. That's one way that bridges the gap for you to become an analytics engineer. Is being able to carry out end-to-end solution, taking data from the source, transform. Is being able, in short, is being able to perform what we call ETL, extract, transform, load. So you take the data from the source, extract it from the source, you transform it within the pipeline, and then you load it and you visualize it. So that's analytics engineer, and you can learn that using Microsoft Fabric's platform. So if you already have data analysis knowledge, then you can add that to it. Just expand on that and get the programming languages under your belt, SQL and Python. I also learn to use a DBT tool, what we call data build tool. Learn to build pipelines. And these pipelines, a pipeline is a grouping of activities that you perform on your data during the ETL process. Okay. What else? Yeah, those are the questions I get asked. Data analysis, data analysts are those that derive value from the data. So a data analyst is responsible for visualizing the data and analyzing the data, making the stakeholders see the value that is in the data, so then they can use that value to improve the business. So if your analysis does not bring value to the business, you have not done your job. That is full stop. Your analysis is meant to bring value to the business. So if it has not brought value to the business, you've not done your job. That's it basically. And I've also talked about learning programming. So on learning programming, at Grand Analytics, our courses also involve programming languages like at the very least SQL. But going forward, we are also including Python because we are not going to subscribe to don't you don't need to learn programming language. If you're coming to Grand Analytics, you're going to learn SQL and you're going to learn Python. And we are actually also having a 3 months Python course. Yes, we are having a 3 months Python course for those that want to learn Python from beginner to employable. Now, becoming a pro is up to you because, of course, it's the mindset. So, but our data analysis courses and a couple of our courses going forward will include programming languages because we want to do what they said we shouldn't do because we know what is going to happen in a few years down the line. We do not want to be part of the mass market. We want to be apart from the mass market. And we know how to make you love these courses. We know how to make you love the courses. You don't it doesn't matter if you don't have any programming knowledge. It doesn't matter if you don't know anything about tech. We will make you love it. And that is what we do because we want people to not just break into tech. We want you to thrive in tech. And so I'll just check the chat if there's any question. Yes, if there's no question, um, okay. So if there's no question, we're just wrapping it up. I'm just gonna say thank you. So this is the first series. We'll have another one next month. If we see we are watching out, we are watching the radar, we are checking out for emerging careers, we're checking out for, or if there's any topic you want us to discuss, you can always send us a message at hello@grandanalytics.com. com, or you can meet us on Instagram, on Facebook, Grand Analytics, on LinkedIn, Grand Analytics, and drop us your message or drop us your question, or you can reach out to me on LinkedIn, Ade.Adebuyi, MSc on LinkedIn, on Facebook, Stella the Tech Coach, on Instagram, Stella the Tech Coach. So sorry, Stella underscore the Tech Coach on both platforms. So, and we can discuss, you can tell us what you want us to discuss and we'll discuss it. So I want to say thank you to everyone that's joined in. Thank you so much for the first series, and please like and share for anyone that needs this. And we'll be looking forward to the next one. And don't forget to visit us on our website, www.grandanalytics.com. And if you have any question regarding any of our courses, you can chat us up right there on. We have our WhatsApp link. You can chat us up there. And do not forget, we are starting a 3 month Python course in June. Our data analysis cohort 4 also starts in June. And we are going hard on programming languages. We are not leaving it. We are doing what they said we shouldn't do, and we need you to come, even if you don't know anything in tech. We specialize in taking don't know anything to knowing to being employable. So yeah, thank you very much, and it was nice being on this stream with you. I'll see you in the second series, hopefully with more questions, with more news. And yeah, thank you so much. Bye bye.